A spark ignites the powder keg. Recently, the Israel-Iran conflict has escalated dramatically. We're at the precipice of a new chapter in the story of these two nations, a chapter that's been marked by a significant rise in tensions. Our story begins with Israel, launching a calculated strike on an Iranian consulate in the historic city of Damascus, Syria. Within its walls were high-ranking Iranian military commanders, men of power and influence within Iran's military structure. The strike was swift and decisive, leaving a profound impact on the Iranian government. As one might expect, Iran did not take this lying down. In a response that echoed across the world, Iran launched an airborne attack against Israel. The weapons of choice? Drones. These unmanned aerial vehicles took to the skies, their targets set on Israeli soil. Reports suggest hundreds of drones and missiles were fired, a clear message of retaliation from Iran. And where does the United States stand amidst this rising storm? Firmly by Israel's side. The U.S. has reaffirmed its support for Israel's defense, expressing a clear desire to avoid conflict with Iran, while not shying away from standing up for its ally. President Biden has assured Israel of U.S. support, and emphasized the importance of protecting U.S. troops and regional stability. The situation is volatile, a delicate balance teetering on the edge of full-scale conflict. Israel has closed its airspace, advised its citizens to shelter at home, and the world watches, wondering what the next move will be in this high-stakes game of chess. Yet it's not just about the moves being made on the board, but the players behind them. The leaders of these nations hold the fate of their people and potentially the region in their hands. Their decisions, their actions, will write the next chapter in this story. It seems the tides of conflict are turning as the world watches with bated breath. The stage is set, tensions are high, and the world waits to see how this drama will unfold. The question on everyone's mind: what's next? Only time will tell. In the wake of violence, the world holds its breath, waiting for the dust to settle. As the drone attack echoes fade, the immediate aftermath reveals an Israel under a shroud of uncertainty. The nation, in a swift response to the airborne assault, closed its airspace and advised its citizens to seek the safety of their homes. This wasn't just a precautionary measure, but a stark testament to the severity of the situation. Across the ocean, President Biden's voice echoed through the corridors of power, assuring Israel of unwavering U.S. support. The emphasis was clear: protecting U.S. troops and ensuring regional stability was paramount. The president's words served as a beacon of hope in the enveloping darkness. And yet, they also underscored the gravity of the situation. The fallout from the drone attacks is not confined to the immediate destruction. The ripples are spreading far and wide, with the potential to reshape the geopolitical landscape. The situation is ongoing, a volatile mix of fear, anticipation, and uncertainty. Every new development, every response, and every silence adds another layer to this intricate and complex scenario. It's not just about Israel and Iran. The fallout extends to the U.S., a key ally of Israel, and beyond. The implications are global, reaching the far corners of the international community. The world watches on edge as this high-stakes drama unfolds. The potential impacts are vast, from shifting alliances to escalated conflicts, from economic fallout to humanitarian crises. In this tense climate, every decision matters, every word carries weight, every silence speaks volumes. As nations navigate this precarious situation, the stakes couldn't be higher. The world is watching, waiting, and wondering as the fallout from this conflict continues to unfold. And the question on everyone's mind, the one that hangs in the air like a heavy cloud, is: what happens next? As the world watches, the question on everyone's mind is: what happens next? The recent events are but a piece of a much larger, complex puzzle. The Iran-Israel conflict is steeped in a history of tension and unease, a narrative that's been unfolding for years. It's a story that involves not just these two nations, but a web of interconnected players and interests. Central to this is Iran's support for Islamic Jihad, which has been a key factor in the ongoing violence in Gaza. This backing has been evidenced by high-level meetings between the group's leader and Iranian officials. It's a relationship that adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate situation, a situation that has seen more than 40 people lose their lives in a single weekend of violence. Then there's the renewed nuclear talks. The Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, or JCPOA, has been back on the table in Vienna. Yet, there's a sense of uncertainty surrounding Iran's new government's approach to these discussions. Iran's advancements in uranium enrichment have been a cause for concern, reducing the time needed to develop a nuclear weapon. This has raised questions about Iran's nuclear program's breakout time. the period it would take for Iran to produce enough weapon-grade uranium for one nuclear weapon. It's a precarious balancing act. On one side, there's a desire for diplomatic resolution, for peaceful negotiations. On the other, there's a readiness to explore other options if diplomacy fails. The stakes are high, and the world watches with bated breath. Critics argue that the current approach risks allowing Iran to develop nuclear weapons, potentially leading to military intervention. Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett has indicated that Israel will take action if necessary to prevent this. In these fraught times, the path forward remains unclear, but what is certain is that the world will continue to watch closely. In this dance of power and politics, the stakes have never been higher. We've journeyed through the escalating tensions that led to the recent attacks, witnessed the immediate fallout, and delved into the larger geopolitical context. The world watches with bated breath as uncertainty looms. The future is as unpredictable as the present. The recent events highlight the delicate balance of power in the Middle East and the critical role diplomacy plays in maintaining peace. The world's concern is palpable, and the hope for resolution is a common thread uniting all. In the face of escalating conflict, one can only hope for a resolution that ensures peace and stability in the region. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the Israel-Iran conflict. We've explored the complexities of power, politics, and peace, and the role each of us plays as informed global citizens. If you found this content insightful, do subscribe to our channel to stay updated. We'll continue to delve into global issues, providing you with comprehensive analyses on matters that shape our world. In our upcoming content, we'll be exploring the impact of climate change on geopolitical tensions, so make sure you don't miss out. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and most importantly, stay safe.